Hello friends, this is Shravan. This is my YouTube channel Civil Engineering by Shravan. To subscribe my channel, click on subscribe button and click on bell icon for more interesting updates. In this video, I will explain you modeling and analysis of G+3 building with a rubber-based isolation system by using ETAP software. So rubber-based isolation system is one of the most advanced technology in designing of earthquake resistant structure. So basically for designing of any kind of the building, we will use fixed supports at the base. Okay. So instead of fixed supports, we will use rubber-based system. Okay, this rubber-based system will be helpful for decreasing the seismic loading condition as per the deflection, shear, as well as torsion point of view. Okay, so initially I will show you the images which is related to your rubber-based isolation system. Okay, so this is the images which is related to your respected rubber-based isolation system. Instead of fixed supports, we will provide this respected rubber base at the base. Okay, so after providing this respected supports, we will check for the deflection, shear, as well as bending. Okay, so in this video I will cover the concept which is related to the modeling process and analysis process by using ETAP software. Okay, so click on ETAP software initially. The software will be open like this. So initially click on file option here, click on new model. So here we have to select the model initialization option as per the user built-in settings. So it will be consisting of metric unit system, Indian standard system, IS 800 code, as well as IS 456 code. Click on OK option here. So here we have to select the grid dimensions data as well as story dimensions data for this respected G+3 story building. So initially I am assuming 4 number of lines in X direction, 4 number of lines in Y direction. Spacing is 3 meter. Again we have to assume the story dimensions data. So here I am taking G+3 building, number of stories are 4 and typical story height is 3 meter, bottom story height is 3 meter. Okay, click on grid only option, click on OK. So this is the plan view as well as this is the 3D view for this respected section. So after that we have to define the material properties. Initially click on define option, material properties, and click on new material. Just I am selecting Indian standard system and concrete section which is comes under your M30 grade. Click on OK. So click on OK. Again I am adding one more material which is related to your respected steel. So here I am selecting steel as per Indian standard system. So here I am assuming steel grade will be consisting of 600. So click on modify design property. So here I am selecting this respected value as 600. Click on OK. Again click on OK. OK option. So after that we have to define the beam size, column size for this respected G+3 building. So click on define option, section properties, click on frame sections. So initially I am adding new property, so which is related to your respected beam section. Just I am selecting beam 0.23 cross 0.35 is the beam size. So select material as M30 grade. Okay, again I am selecting this respected depth as 350. Again I am selecting this respected width as 230. Okay, so after that we have to select this respected modify show rebar reinforcement section, select it as beam, click on OK option. Again click on OK option here for this respected section. So after that we have to delete this unwanted sections. So click on delete multiple properties, select all your respected unwanted properties. So except beam section, click on select delete multiple options, select this, again click on delete, select this delete option. Okay, again we have to add new property which is related to the column section. Just I am assuming column will be consisting of 0.23 cross 0.4. So here I am selecting material as M30 grade concrete. Again we have to assume the width as well as depth of this respected column. Okay, click on reinforcement, modify show rebar. So here we have to assume the data which is related to the column section. So here I am selecting clear cover as 50. Again I am selecting bar size will be of 4. Again we have assuming 2 direction bar size will be 4. Again I am assuming longitudinal bar size is 16 mm and corner bar size will be of 16 mm and confinemental bar size will be consisting of 10 mm. Click on OK option. So after that click on OK option. So in the same way click on OK option here. So after that we have to define the slab thickness also. Click on define option, section properties, slab thickness, add a new property, select the name as S150. Okay, slab material as M30 grade. So here I am selecting as membrane which is consisting of 150 mm is the thickness for the slab. Click on OK. Click on OK. So after that we have to change the property from one story data to all stories option. Okay. So after that we have to assign the beam size, column size as well as the slab for this respected model of grid lines. Okay. So for that initially I am selecting quick draw beams option. So here I am selecting beam size which is consisting of 0.23 cross 0.35. Just I am dragging to this respected model. So after that we have to select the column section which is related to I model. So here I am selecting column which is comes under your 0.35 cross 0.4. Just drag to the respected model here like this. So after that we have to select the add slab section quick draw option. So select it as a slab 150 section, drag to the respected model here. Okay. So after that we have to delete all the properties at the base. So click on select option, select by stories level. So here I am selecting base here, click on select, close, delete option. Now you can see all the properties are deleted at this respected ground level section. Okay. So after that we have to define the load cases. So before applying the load cases, just I will apply the supports which is related to your respected rubber base isolation system. Okay. So for that we have to define that respected rubber base isolation system properties. Okay. So click on define option here. So here we have to select the section properties. So initially we have to select the link support properties. So here we have to click on add a new property, give the property name as rubber. Just I am taking it as rubber. Okay. So after that we have to select the link type which is related to your respective rubber isolator. Okay. So after that we have to select this respected direction U1, U2, UZ. Okay. We have to modify the properties which is related to your respected U2 and U3. So here we have to click on non-linear options which is related to U2 and U3 options. So click on modify show U2. So here we have to enter the linear properties for this respected section and non-linear properties. So here we have to take this respected value. So this is one of the most important step in the rubber base isolation system. So here we have to take 800 is the effective stiffness value. Again we have to take stiffness will be consisting of 250. Again we have to take yield strength of 80. Again we have to take 0.1 is the post yield strength ratio. So these are the fixed values for the assignment of rubber base isolation system. So please remember this respected U2 direction values. Effective stiffness is 800 and stiffness is 250, yield strength is 80 and post yield ratio is 0.1. Okay, click on OK. So after that click on modify show U3. So again we have to enter the linear property and non-linear property which is related to this respected U3 direction also. So here we have to assume the non-linear property dimensions initially. So we have to assume 150 lakhs is the value of the stiffness. Okay. So after that we have to assume the non-linear property stiffness which is related to your respected 250. Again we have to assume the yield strength is 80. Again we have to assume this respected post yield ratio is 0.1. Click on OK. So after that click on OK. Click on OK option. So after that we have to define the spring properties which is related to the rubber base isolation system. Okay. So click on define option. So here we have to select the spring property, point springs option. So here we have to click on add a new property. So here I am giving the property name as rubber. Again we have to select this respected single joint links at point. Click on add option. So here we have to change the link 1 to rubber which is in axis Z. Okay, place Z direction. Click on OK. Click on OK. So after that we have to go to the top section. Now we have to select all this respected base section for this respected building. So for that initially we have to click on one story option. Select all the node points at the ground story. So click on assign option, joints. So here we have to select the springs. So in this springs we have to select the rubber. Click on apply option, click on OK. Now I will show you this model in 3D view. So now we can see the rubber was assigned at this respected positions of the ground story for this respected building. Okay. So again I will show you. So these are the rubber supports at the base. So these respected rubber supports will be generally helpful for decreasing the deflection values. Okay. By using this respected rubber isolation systems, the deflection of the building is definitely decreases. Okay. So this is the advantage. So after assigning the supports, we have to assign the load cases. So click on define option. So initially I am selecting load patterns which is related to dead load, live load. This time assuming earthquake load which is in X direction. Again I am taking seismic loading condition as per IS 1893 code. So here I'm selecting IS 1893, click on add. So after that I'm adding earthquake load in Z direction condition, or else you can take it as Y direction, click on add option. Again I'm taking it as wind load which is in X direction. Type will be of wind and as per IS 875 code Indian standard system, click on add. Again I'm selecting which is in Y direction condition, click on add new load. Okay, so after that we have to modify the data which is related to seismic loading condition as well as wind loading condition. Select seismic load, modify load. So here I'm selecting direction as X direction with high seismic zone factor. Again every parameter is same, and Y direction in the same way, just I'm selecting Y direction condition. Again so parameters will be same. Select wind X, modify lateral load. So here I'm selecting intensity as 44, which is comes under your terrain category 3. So again click on modify. So here we have to enter the exposure factor angle is 0, click on OK. So click on OK. Again we have to select Y direction, modify. This is respected value of 44, terrain category will be of 3. Again I am selecting modify show, which is related to 90 degrees. Why? Because X direction is always perpendicular to Y direction. So click on OK. So after defining these respected load cases, we have to assign. So initially I'm selecting all the beam sections, column sections, click on assign, joint point load, forces. Click on add to existing loads option. So here we have to give the force as well as movement as 1 1 1 1 1. Apply. Okay, so this is the joint load for this respected building section. Okay, so after that we have to assign the individual loads for these respected sections. Okay, so for that initially we have to calculate the intensities. Okay, so for that initially I'm selecting properties which is related to the frame sections, and beam size will be consisting of 0.23 cross 0.35. Select, close. Next I'm going to the calculator here. So here I'm selecting 0.23 cross 0.35 is the beam size. We have to multiply this respected value with 25, so it will give the intensity of 2.0125. Go to assign, frame line loads, distributed load, add to existing load. So give the intensity of 2.0125. Okay, click on apply, click on OK. So after that we have to assign the column dead load. So here I'm selecting, go to select properties, frame sections, select 0.35 cross 0.4, select option, close option. So again I'm going to the calculator. 0.35 cross 0.4 is the intensity, multiply this respected value with 25, so it will give the intensity of 3.5. Assign frame line load, distributed load. Again we have to click on add to existing load, which is consisting of intensity of 3.5. so here we have to enter the intensity of 3.5. click on apply, click on OK. So after that we have to calculate the slab dead load. So here I'm taking 0.5, which is 25 multiplied by 3.75. Go to select option, properties, slab section, select S150, select close option. Again go to assign, shell area load, uniform load. Again add to existing loads. We have to give the intensity of 3.75 here, 3.75. click on apply option, OK option. So after that we have to assign the live load. Go to select your previous section, click on assignment, again select shell area load, uniform. So here I am selecting live loading condition, add to existing load with intensity of 3, which is in gravity direction, apply, OK. So after that we have to assign the earthquake load X direction condition. Select all your respected building, go to assignment, shell area load, uniform. So here we have to select the earthquake load, which is in X direction, and we have to take the intensity, which is 50% of the live loading condition, which will be acting global X direction. Add to existing loads, apply, OK. Again you have to select all the building, assign, go to select shell area loads, uniform load, and which is in earthquake load in Y direction, add to existing global Y direction, apply, OK. So after that we have to assign a wind loading. So select all the building, go to assign shell area load, wind pressure coefficient, which is related to your 0.86 factor, which is in X direction, apply, OK. So after that we have to select all the building, again click on assign, shell area load, wind pressure coefficient, which is in Y direction, apply, OK. So after that we have to assign the diaphragms. So for that initially we have to select all the building. So click on assign joint point. So here I'm selecting joint point, diaphragms, select D1, click on apply, click on OK. Okay, so now we can see, so this is the diaphragm. If you want to display diaphragm for the plan view, we have to click on right mark here, select the diaphragm extent here, apply to all windows here, apply. Okay, now we can see the diaphragm was assigned for this respective structure here like this. Okay, so after assigning the diaphragm, we have to analyze this respective structure. So go to analyze option, check models. So here I'm selecting joint checks, click on OK. So it was consisting of 0 errors. Again go to analyze, set load cases to run. So here I'm selecting run now option. So before going to the analysis process, we have to save this respected model. So here I'm selecting folder as rubber, give it as rubber. Okay, save it. So here my model is analyzed. So click on run and start animation option. So due to presence of the respected dead loading condition, the building is deflecting light like this due to presence of the respected rubber base at the supports at the bottom. Snap animation, click on display, force stresses. Just we have to see the shear force diagram, bending moment diagram. So select this respected shear 2, click on apply. So this is the shear to force diagram for this respective structure, shear 3, click on apply. So this is the shear force diagram, y direction, moment 2, so this is the bending moment diagram 2, click on moment 3. So this is the bending moment diagram for this respective structure. So after that we have to select the output file. Okay, so we have to display the output file for this respected analysis process. So for that we have to click on this display option, show tables. So we have to select the analysis data. So select this respected results which is related to the displacement, show redisplacement, just I'm selecting, and model results, time period and frequencies, and frame result, just I'm selecting beam forces, column forces, click on OK. So it will generate your respected tables here. So depending upon your intensity of this respected table, we have to consider the earthquake resistance structure. Okay, so column reinforcement, column forces, and this is model participation factors, and this is the story drift value for this respective structure. Okay, so this is the modeling process and analysis process for G+3 building with a rubber based isolation system by using ETABS software. So in my upcoming video I will explain you designing of this respected building by using ETABS software. Thank you.